everybody, it is day 22 of our 28 Days of Ukulele Challenge, and today we are continuing with our new chord, the G7 chord, and we're going to practice switching between all four chords. Before we do a game, let me just show you something. When you're switching between chords, it is so important to try and find either a common finger or a finger that you can leave down when switching to keep some stability. It's not always possible, but when it is, it really helps. So for instance, let's go to our G7 chord. Remember from yesterday, you start with your first finger right here on the first fret of the E string, second finger, second fret of the C string, third finger, second fret of the A string, just like that. Okay, now after playing G7, let's say our next chord is F, I'm going to keep this first finger in its place. I don't lift it up. I just lift up second and third finger, and then I drop my second finger in place. So that's so much easier, keeping that one foot down. I said foot on purpose because I want you to think of your fingers as feet walking or feet pivoting. This is more like a pivot kind of thing. All right? So we have this, F and G7. Now let's say we're going from G7 to C. I actually think this is easier than G to C because in this case, my third finger is already on the A string where it's going to be for the C chord, but it's just on the second fret rather than the third fret. So I lift up my first and second fingers, not that high, I'm just showing you. And then as I'm lifting them, I'm sliding my third finger. I don't lift, I just slide my third finger to the third fret, and I have the G chord. Or excuse me, I have the C chord. So G7, slide third finger, C, up close. G7, slide to C. It's kind of hard to do. But there are other chord changes that aren't quite as easy, like from F to C. You can't keep a finger down because there's no common finger in those two chords. However, that's when I want you to think of your fingers as feet walking, always having one foot on the ground. So as I'm about to lift these two fingers, I'm already beginning to place my third finger for that C chord. Okay, so those are just some little tips and tricks. Now we're going to practice switching where I say, this is my chord, and I say whichever chord it is, and we're going to play it. All right, here we go. This is my C chord. This is my F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Rewind it. Do it again if you need to. And now we're going to do mystery chord switcheroo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Mystery Chord Switcheroo. Okay, folks, tonight you are the contestant on Mystery Chord Switcheroo. Get your ukulele ready. These are the four chords you will be using today: C, F, G, and G7. I will say, this is my chord, and I will tell you the chord that you're about to play, and you will get ready. You will play it 4 strums, and then you will hear the next chord that you need to play. You will hear and see the next chord that you need to play. How many chords can you switch to in a row without missing a beat? Put your score down below. Are you ready? Here we go. We're starting on C. 1, 2, ready, go. C, 2. Now switch to F. Now switch to G. Now switch to C. Now G7. Now switch to C. Now switch to F. Now G7. Now C. Now switch to F. Now to G. Now switch to C. Now switch to F. Now switch to G7. And end on C. Very good. Thank you for playing Mystery Chords Switcheroo. Good job, everybody. Now that we've worked on switching chords, we'll be ready to play a song tomorrow with all 4 chords. See you tomorrow.